Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I am still struggling with this internet connection stuff, and so we're doing the best we can do here. We always get it done, don't worry about that. Check this out, CoinsKid XRP monthly. In 2017, XRP printed a 10 and 20, Golden Cross talk again. I remember when they were talking about this. I don't even know what a Golden Cross is. I cover this stuff every once in a while because I think that a lot of people like this chart stuff, and so I at least show it to you. I try not to totally ignore it. Last time we saw a monthly 10 and 20 EMA Golden Cross was in 2020. XRP rallied over 720%. If we see another Golden Cross, a 720% rally sets a new all-time high. My minimal target, if we see the all-time high taken out, is $9 for XRP. Boy, I'll take it. A 2023 Golden Cross. All right. I hope he's right about all the above. The official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, who does run Troomers only, put this out this morning.
What's up, fam? A little brain dead today, but let's get it. Tomorrow we got an exciting Troomers only. When Ripple announces an IPO, what happens next? Joe Indoso, COO from Link2, DAI, Kimes, Deaton, Terret, Linda P. Jones, and of course Ray Fuentes will be joining us. I'm excited.
That's a Troomer, and here's his announcement of it. And this is everybody that's in this list will be there, and I look forward to that. Joe Indoso, who is a friend, and he is the COO of Link2. He's actually one of the first guys I ever met. And in fact, I don't know if I've ever told this story about how Link2 came about. I was actually looking for video of Greg Kidd on YouTube. And I found this video of Greg Kidd, and he was in I didn't know at the time, but he was in a Link2 Global Investor Conference. And he was talking, I was just trying to find clips where he's talking about Ripple, and he did talk about Ripple. I covered it. Next thing I know, a couple of the guys from Link2 were reaching out to me, and they said that people had started going to their website and they were wondering where the traffic came from. And the DAI, Digital Asset Investor, is where the traffic came from. That's how I got to know the guys at Link2, because at the time, they were one of the only people that had access to Ripple private equity. And I think to this day, they're still one of the only people. But anyway, that's how that came about. And they are one of my sponsors. And the link is in the top of the description. And I think they do have Ripple private equity. But on Troomers tomorrow night, Joe Indoso is going to be talking about when Ripple IPOs, what happens next. There you go. Check this out. This 801 XRP has been putting out some great videos lately. Watch this.
And central banks to improve cross-border payments. Is the improvement in payment systems together with the central bank digital currencies. It also reflects the priorities of G20 countries and central banks to improve cross-border payments. What does this entail?
Well, it entails a lot of things, but first, there's a lot of things that works well in payments. One is that now many jurisdictions have what is known as instant or fast payment systems where you can pay each other instantly. Also, since the pandemic, we have seen the spread of contactless payments throughout economies. But there's still one big remaining pain point in payments, and that's cross-border payments. And so recently, or a couple of years ago, the G20 decided that enough is enough and made it a high priority to actually improve cross-border payments, making them cheaper, faster, and more transparent. And so the BIS Innovation Hub is trying to do its part by trying to figure out where technology or innovation can move things forward. And we have a couple of projects where we are doing that.
Well, let's talk about one of the projects, which is a current project called Mariana, a joint proof of concept between Eurosystem, the BIS Innovation Hub, Bank of France, Monetary Authority of Singapore, and the Swiss National Bank. And the first results will be presented next week at the Point Zero Forum in Zurich. What exactly we're examining there?
Well, so one of the big challenges in any solution to cross-border payments is how you convert from one currency to the other. Mariana is a super exciting project, and actually I think demonstrate why it's awesome to work in the Innovation Hub, in that we're working with the latest technologies, newest ideas in finance, and together with colleagues, great colleagues around the world. What Mariana is doing is really that it's looking to the future. So it envisions a future state of the world where central banks have issued central bank digital currencies, and then ask a very simple question of how you can actually convert from one currency to the other.
How do you do that?
Well, here we borrow from decentralized finance, or DeFi. And so in DeFi, when you want to go from one coin to another coin, you often use something called an automated market maker.
Now, where have we heard that term before? That would be from Ripple.
What we're trying to do in Project Mariana is to replicate this idea in a world with CBDC. So we're basically trying to build an automated market maker for central bank digital currencies. And hopefully that can then help speed up and make cross-border payments cheaper.
Great. Well, very exciting things coming out of the BIS Innovation Hub, it seems, and we're looking forward.
Great stuff. Now, check this out. Nothing to see here, just a member of the European Parliament hosting an event with Ripple. My question is, why aren't members of Congress hosting events with Ripple? This is him. I'm not even going to begin to try to pronounce his name. Happy to host an event with Ripple for colleagues from both public and private sector in blockchain and sustainability in the EU. Now, this right here is an interesting video, and I couldn't remember if I played it. I don't think I did. There was a lot of clips of Craig DeWitt, who used to be with Ripple, going around, but this is an interesting clip.
I will say it was odd. I mean, the whole flow is very odd that you'd start out with XRPL as the first port of call that you go to try to essentially kill a crypto company in the United States, when, you know, by some of the own admissions, like there was an ICO at Ethereum. I'm not saying that's bad, but there was. That clearly is something that the SEC believes was a security at some point. My guess, though, if I really think what's going on, I think that there is an effort to actually try to kill crypto within the United States. And my gut, this is just a guess, my gut is that they're following kind of a classic federal regulator approach, and that is divide and conquer. Go after this one, make this one seem okay, then go after this one, make this one seem okay, and then go for the end kill. I would not be...
The kill shot. How many times have you heard me say the Bitcoin? I've always thought Bitcoin's the kill shot. Okay? Bitcoin is the kill shot. And how do you kill it? Well, I can tell you how you kill it. All you have to, we already know Homeland Security knows, they've met with the 4 Satoshis. All you have to do is all of a sudden say, oh, we've discovered who the Satoshis are. And by the way, they were laundering money and they were doing this and that. We're charging them. How about that? What does that do to Bitcoin?
Surprised if they eventually sue Ethereum, right? Those folks were cheering when when XRP got sued. I imagine they go after Ethereum. And the Bitcoin maximalists are cheering for that right now. And then after they do that, would be surprised if they go after BTC. That's the path that I see. How
do you go after BC? All of a sudden, you know who the 4 Satoshis are. And that's how you go after BTC, because then you have a person you can go after. And they also take Tether out at the same time. Okay. Brooks Entwistle from Ripple. Good morning, Bangkok. Ripple crew was out in full force last night, lighting up the front of the W Bangkok. It reminds me of the Hangover movie. Every time I see Bangkok, isn't that where they were? Bangkok, when they woke up, passed out on the floor, and he had wasn't that where the guy had the Mike Tyson face tattoo? All right, but I don't picture Brooks Entwistle waking up with a Mike Tyson face tattoo. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy. Now, you got to see this, folks. this clip right here from Cowboy Crypto, who is the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. He says he's got the quote there. This is David Schwartz at Consensus in 2017, before the Ripple lawsuit was dropped. Listen to what he says.
What was the question? Our decision to put 54 billion XRP into escrow and what was behind that, and whether we would use that, for example, to fund the lawsuit. So we're primarily VC funded. That lets us use our XRP strategically. We don't so much have to use it like a bank account. We can more use it as a strategic tool. Certainly, if we were, if you could imagine, we're going to act in our own interest. If we were threatened and we had to draw on that, we certainly would to protect. That would protect, hopefully, the space as much as it would protect us. We're going to act in our own interest, but we don't have to draw off that like to pay salaries, or we can be strategic. We can use it to align incentives. Institutional buyers who may buy XRP with a lockup, they have an aligned incentive with us and other people who hold XRP, because the future value of XRP is very important to them, and we're able to use it that way. It certainly is also a source of revenue. I'm not saying that's not the case, but I'm saying that that's not all of what's going on. Obviously, we think the price is going. If we succeed, we believe that's going to put upward pressure on the price, and if we fail, well, we're going to fail no matter. If we fail, we fail.
So, just to make sure you caught it, let's watch it again. He says to fund the lawsuit before there is a lawsuit.
Our decision to put 54 billion XRP into escrow and what was behind that, and whether we would use that, for example, to fund the lawsuit. So we're primarily.
Now, there is a scenario here where somebody asked him a question and said, what if there's a lawsuit or something like that? And so maybe his comment was preceded by something that would further explain it. But interesting nonetheless. Now, this is something I saw going around, and I don't know who this is. BPM Wallet. Is there an open invitation to all the wonderful community and also the other projects on the XRPL? We'll be hosting an event in Kingston upon the Thames, London, in 27th of July, and we would love to welcome you to. So they're having some kind of, went to their website, they're having some kind of launch party for their wallet. It's I remember there was somebody who had it's not the BPM wallet, it was the B something wallet a while back that Ripple was involved in, but maybe it was the BPM. I'm drawing a blank, but this is interesting. We'll keep our eyes on this anyway. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family if you want to check this out. It's bpmwallet.io, and I'm not involved with this company in any way. I just saw it, and I was kind of interested to see what that was about. Thanks for listening.